What's good? Welcome to my channel, Manifesting with Karmic Side Gal. My name is Shakayla, and thank you for joining me. If you're new here, I am so excited to share this space with you. Here on my channel, I discuss manifesting the life you deserve to have, my process and journey through ascension, and of course, spirituality in general. If you are part of the spiritual family, welcome back. Big hearts go out to you. I am so grateful that you guys continue to watch my videos, and I really hope that you get something out of each and every video that I post. So I am back again for another weekly collective message per usual. And before I pull any cards today, I'm going to start out with a channel message. And the first thing I want to talk about is our heart chakra, okay? If you were present for my Instagram live where I did a new moon meditation and channel message, it's still up on my profile if you want to go have a look at it and watch it back. But what I was saying about this energy from the new moon, and then also the conjunction that we're having between the sun and the moon and Saturn, is that there are going to be a lot of opportunities for growth, possible conflict, and what that means is that there's going to be situations that are triggering to you, things that could be from your past, relationships with people that you've had for a long time, and those are opportunities for growth, because when we come into those situations, we can meet it with compassion and understanding, or we can allow our feelings and emotions from the past to hold us back and to make us live in the past moment instead of what's currently on presently, okay? And it's very important to work on your heart chakra at this time, to have a clear heart space, specifically for manifestation. And I know a lot of people have different content about manifestation, but here on my channel, the reason why you might see some manifestations videos sprinkled in here, and a lot of them are in regards to healing and releasing the blockages and stuff that come into our lives from trauma, is because in order to manifest everything that you deserve, in order to believe that you have it, we have to let go of some of those things that are holding on. And we hold on to so much stuff, which means that we don't have any energy or space to openly receive the new things that are coming to our life, the blessings, the manifestations, all of it. And me personally, even just today, I was so triggered, and it was with a relationship with somebody that I had for a long time. And whenever I get really triggered, now that I'm self-aware, I try and first check on myself and say, do I think what happened between interaction, if it was my fault, what I could have did differently in it? And when I'm so blinded by either my anger, frustration, or even the resentment from the past, then I can't have that self-awareness to heal myself or to really take in what this is trying to teach me, okay? Because whenever we have conflict in our lives, the conflict is not just because, oh, you or that person can't communicate with each other. It's because you guys both have something to learn from it. It means that there's a resolution that needs to be made. So I did what I usually do, and I hit up my sister. She's a Virgo just like me, and I know so many people that come to me for advice because I can be really good at being truthful and honest and direct. But my sister, she has a Gemini moon, which means that she sees things from both sides. She's very non-biased. So whenever I go to her and I talk to her, not only is she going to be 100 with me, but she's also going to consider not just my feelings, not just the other people's feelings. And she told me what I could do better in this situation and how to move forward in a positive manner, and I'm so grateful for her. One thing that she said to me that truly stuck out is that I should consider if my feelings, are being misguiding towards me. And after I talked to her and I took her advice, I felt better about it, but I still was like really like, like I still want it to be right, okay? And then that's when I talked to my girlfriend about it, and she was like, I was like, well, to me, feelings are facts. And she said, well, your feelings are a fact about how you feel, but they are not a fact of what happened. And that really took me to a different place. I really had to process and think about it. And when all of this was going down, I was like preparing to record this video, and I had to like literally not record it because I was so frustrated. It was no way that I could channel properly or even receive the messages, what it was that I was receiving from this moment, to give it to you guys, okay? So with all that being said, we really want to be focused on our heart chakra this week. I posted a TikTok this week for the heart chakra, and this was before I even had this message, which is just even more confirmation. And it was like exactly what I needed at the time. Like, I really realized that a big part of my purpose during this lifetime is to learn detachment. And it's something that I've had difficulty learning for several different lifetimes, okay? And, originally I thought it was like detachment from people. So I really did start releasing people from my life that was not for my highest good. But what I noticed more recently is that the detachment I really needed was from not only thoughts and beliefs that hold me back, but also holding on to like pain and anger and hurt from situations from the past, like really letting go past emotions and feelings. And that's something that I'm still working on. And, maybe you might also resonate with this. But I really wanted to go ahead and do those affirmations here on the channel in case you don't follow me on TikTok. And, we're going to take a moment and just take a few deep breaths. And I really want to clear our heart chakra space, okay? So we're going to do a little bit of Reiki. So I want you guys to just visualize a green light, because the heart chakra is the color green, okay? And it is the chant Yam. So if you want to say like Yam, that clears the energy from your heart chakra, okay? And we're just gonna, go through, say the affirmations. As you say them, allow that orb to flow up your left arm. Your left side is for receiving, okay? You're receiving this energy from the divine, and you're going to let it pass through your heart space. And when it passes through your heart space, hold your breath for a few counts, maybe 2 or 3. Do what feels good to your spirit. And then finally, as you exhale, you want to visualize that green orb flowing out of your body. All of that negativity, all that anger, the resentment, whatever it is that you feel, those feelings that you really have needed to let go of, allow them to release through you and to come back into the earth, okay? Because it's just not for you anymore. Yum. 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 My heart radiates love and compassion. My heart radiates love and compassion. My heart radiates love and compassion. I willingly let go of all anger and resentment. I willingly let go of all anger and resentment. I willingly let go of all anger and resentment. I only attract loving and supportive relationships. I only attract loving and supportive relationships. I only attract loving and supportive relationships. I choose compassion over judgment. I choose compassion over judgment. I choose compassion over judgment. I allow myself to accept and receive love from myself and others. I allow myself to accept and receive love from myself and others. I allow myself to accept and receive love from others. Okay. And you don't have to do anything to receive this Reiki, but I do recommend drinking lots of water, allowing yourself to feel your emotions as they flow through you, and whatever comes up for you, whatever thoughts or feelings came up for you in Reiki, to revisit them when you are in a safe space, okay? All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the reading. Today I am directed to use the Moonology Oracle cards, okay? I really especially love these because each card comes with a message inside the guidebook, which I will be using for assistance today. And before I start pulling any card specifically, Spirit really wants you to know that financial blockages are not always because someone is giving you the evil eye, or they're not always because you even have bad spending habits, or because you have bad karma. Sometimes financial blockages are simply because we're not getting out of our own way to receive them, okay? We are not living in the current moment where our blessings are at. So I truly encourage you to spend this next week allowing yourself to be present, not only just in your emotions, but in each moment as you experience them, and allowing yourself to fully be present in those experiences. and whatever it is. Okay. I really am going to start back doing more north node readings and more north and south node readings because I'm called to do that at this time. And that's why I chose to use this Moonology deck, because it does have a lot of astrology in them to start with these messages. But I really wanted to spend more time meditating over each north node and each south node to give you guys true messages, very deep messages that are going to be fulfilling to you guys. And I don't think that I'll be uploading these all in one video. They'll probably be separate videos. But in the meantime, I want you to look up into your birth chart and see what your north node is. It may say in node, and look what your south node is. Your north node tells you a lot about your purpose, okay? And it tells you a lot about the qualities that you need to fulfill your purpose in this lifetime. Your south node tells you a lot about your blockages and specific behaviors that you're going to need to release to achieve that success. So in the meantime, look that up, find out some information about your north node so you can be prepared to receive these messages when I give them, okay? Okay, Spirit says that's it. Okay. So the first card that we have coming out, hopefully this is really focusing on that. It says emotions are running high, and this is Super Moon. Now, I do agree with this and believe it to be true. I think that emotions are running high. I myself, I'm on a tolerance break for marijuana, and I also decided to stop drinking as well. Part of it is spiritually. My guys came to me and said that I needed to stop because I was using it as a negative, well, not even negative, unhealthy coping mechanisms, okay? And when we partake in those things, sometimes they inhibit us from dreaming. They inhibit us from receiving channel messages. And my guys was just like, they had enough because they needed to use me as a tool right now. There was messages that I needed to receive, and I could not yet receive those, okay? So here we go. I'm going to put them out in the order that they came out, okay? And we're going to talk about these different placements. All right. So the first card we got coming out is a full moon in Aries. And this says a fiery climax approaches. And with this main energy being that emotions are high, what this is saying is that Aries is ruled by Mars. This is the planet of war, okay? This means that what I said, there are going to be some conflicts arising right now, and then it's really going to be our emotional triggers that set it off. And during this time, you really want to be aware of yourself, your best behavior, not your best, your behaviors, how it is that you are responding, choosing to respond over reacting, taking a moment to really think about and process your emotions before responding. And then the next card that we have is New Moon in Pisces, and it says meditate and contemplate. Okay, so with the new moon, this is all about setting the intention. And when you meditate, whatever your form of meditation is, when you take time to really think over things, like I said, this is setting the intention for how it is that you're going to choose to respond in the future to situations that are triggering to you, okay? It's very important that we are present with ourselves as much as that we can be, so that we're not blocking our blessings, so that we're not avoiding our emotions. And Pisces it's the sign that is the last sign, so it has a little bit of energies from each sign, okay? It's technically the most well-rounded sign, and it is the closest to the veil, okay? That's why a lot of Pisces people, we all have natural intuitive gifts, but they can be really psychic, or they can be, they have that energy to communicate with the spiritual realm, even when they don't know and realize it, okay? They are just channels. Next up, we have the gibbous moon, and it says you are very close to achieving your goal. So the gibbous moon in the moon cycle is right after the new moon, and these cards are definitely telling me a story, okay? And during this moon sign, this is after you have set in your intentions and you really start to put in the work, and you start to see the results from that work, okay? This is the time that, you know, you really want to affirm with yourself what you want, to really put those intentions in, to maintain that positive energy, and to be on the vibration of what it is that you're trying to manifest, so that when the full moon comes in, you are creating space for the next new moon cycle and for all those things to come into fruition. It's really interesting to me, this card here, the perspective, okay? And what this is really showing me looking at this card is to look at the bigger picture. This point of view would be like if you were laying in the grass in a woodsy area, just looking up at the sky. And I don't know if any of you guys, you know, watch the stars or do anything like that. That's something that I've always loved doing, but I especially love doing it when I was in the Navy, because we would be in the middle of the ocean, so it would be pitch black, and you can see every last star in the sky. And I even remember having a moment just like this the second time that I did shrooms, and I just needed to go outside. I had to. It was like, ooh, I need to go outside so bad. And I literally just walked outside, laid on the pavement, child, and just looked up at the sky. And when I tell you that I could see everything, I could see the matrix, and so many things became clear to me. And what this is saying is looking at the bigger picture, okay? Understanding that when you are so hyper focused on what it is that you are trying to achieve, we kind of miss out on these side quests or other paths that we could be taking that makes our future a little bit brighter. These lessons that we may need to learn to really achieve our goals. And when you see the big picture, when you realize that so much is bigger than you, then you can be more in alignment with what it is that you're hoping to do, whatever goals that you want to achieve. And allowing yourself to see things in a different light, okay? Seeing things from a different perspective. If you ever feel like you're having a tough time understanding, a tough time finding clarity, or just having different conflicts in your life, really do, like what I was saying about my sister earlier in the video, try to see things from another perspective. Now, it doesn't always have to be someone else's perspective, but be creative about how it is that you can problem solve, or, you know, practice critical thinking, so that you can just see things in a whole new light, a whole different perspective. Now, the next card that we have coming out is full moon in Scorpio, and it says it's time to release negativity, okay? So this is what I was already saying about releasing this, you know, energy that is really holding you back from success. And a lot of times we are so much in our ego, and we're like thinking that other people are in the negativity. We always are trying to pass on the responsibility to other people around us or in our life. And it's just like, yeah, you know, I can't be at peace because this person's always doing something to me, or blah, blah, blah. But true inner peace is mastered when you have the most chaos in your life, and you can still remain grounded and centered, okay? The sign of Scorpio is a sign of deep feeling, deep emotion, okay? And a fact that it's almost hidden. When you think about the scorpion itself, how they live in the desert, they dig and burrow underneath the sand to keep cool. Okay, and this is so much of the Scorpio energy, right? They dig deep under, and they have so many emotions flowing through them, but you would never know it because they master keeping their cool. And this is something that you're going to have to learn to do to get through these moments in this next coming week, okay? And releasing negativity, releasing the idea that it's anyone else's fault or out of your control. Because really, the things that are within your control, are we really doing everything that we can with that energy? Probably not. So release the negative self-talk. Release the thoughts and beliefs that you can't do it, or that it's too impossible or too unrealistic. Release that negativity, because those vibrations that you're on, being in that space, is keeping you from being on the vibration of what you want to have. And the key to manifestation is your emotions. It's really that Scorpio energy. It's being able to tap into your emotions and stay on a certain emotional vibration of the things that you want, so that you're almost tricking the universe that you already have them, and then somehow they are just more attracted to you. You want to be able to keep your cool no matter what is going on in your life. You want to be able to still maintain the vibration of whatever it is that you want, even when you are faced with difficult circumstances, even when you are having money problems, even when you have never been successful before, even when you don't yet have love in your life. You need to maintain your cool. You need to be uplifted to that vibration of whatever it is that you want, okay? And I did tell you guys in my last video about the Music Manifestation Challenge. I am doing it for the month of February. So this is a 28-day challenge where you get to create a playlist for yourself. Use music to curate a playlist and manifest the life that you deserve to have. Each day has a different theme, and I post to both Instagram and TikTok. So if you're active on either one of those platforms, you don't have an excuse to say, well, I don't remember what day it is. Take a screenshot and then start doing the challenge, because music is going to help you to manifest and to be on the vibration of what you want. All right. I'm going to go ahead and read the messages and also the advice here on the Moonology guidebook for all of these cards, now that I got my messages out, and we'll close up the reading. All right. So for the full moon in Aries, it says a fiery climax approaches. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. But you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created this situation yourself, which means you create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. So it says, attune to the moon. Be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate where you want to be. An additional meaning for this card is being assertive is good. Just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. And don't be a baby. Sorry, but this could be the issue. And also that you need to have fun. New moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests that there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart can help bring out the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac. The new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. It says, use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. And additional meanings of this card are to face your fears because they may be holding you back, that this situation is being healed, and it's time to surrender to the divine. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. Gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. The word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that this situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this isn't an indie card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may be required before you get what you want, though. You're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there's also a sense that the situation is a bit tense, so don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know that there's a fuse attached to this situation. So be careful if you choose to light it. Attuned to the moon. I know that I am on the right track. And additional meanings for this card is now is a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project, and you need to get back into good health habits. The full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time, since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. For some, however, this card has a totally different meaning. Your sex life can improve now, if you make an effort. Use your magic. You have all you need inside you to bring about your desired result. Attuned to the moon. Emotes. It's all better out than in. And additional meanings for this card, it's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. You're right to have your suspicions. Grudges are toxic. Let something go. And also the end of an argument. Now I'm going to close out the reading with the definition of the supermoon. Emotions are running high, which was the energy for the total reading. It says, this card suggests that the answer to whatever you're asking is writ large like the silvery full moon set against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as a job or a relationship, the answer is very. To use common parlance, the answer to your question may well be that it's under your nose. This card is about being larger than life, being special, and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. You can expect plenty of good things and a positive outcome when this card comes up. But you may find there's a lot of emotion to deal with too. There's also a sense that the opportunities around whatever you're asking about don't come along every day, so take action. Attuned to the moon. Success is close. I just must trust. And additional meanings for this card. A resolution to your question is closer than you may think. Don't ignore the obvious. Something exciting lies ahead. Make sure you don't blow events out of proportion. And to speak to the goddess. Ask her for assistance. Okay? And if you are wondering, the goddess is yourself. That's your higher self, but you really want to check into that dark feminine energy this week, okay? That's that feminine energy in your dark side. And I'm not going to really explain too much about that here in this video. If you care to know more, then of course you can look that information up within yourself. I feel like the meaning of each of these cards really did confirm everything that I was saying in the reading. And I feel good about this week's message. It definitely did resonate with me. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments if it resonated with you as well. Be sure to join me every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a meditation class. You can sign up at my website, fullmoonbeauties.com, and you can also book a reading with me, chakra healing, past life regression, and I offer several different types of readings. So just pull my site up and take a look and, you know, see if you'd be interested in booking with your girl. So I will see you guys in my next video, and I'm praying many blessings and love over you all. Peace out.